Generative AI is changing every day. I don't just mean ChatGPT. I mean more platforms are showing up. You know that we have Gemini, we have Microsoft Copilot, and of course, OpenAI's ChatGPT. But even in other platforms, you are seeing generative AI as a feature. Yeah, and if you log into almost anything, Canva, Zoom, it has a generative AI feature. And here we are in education, and we are taking a pause in many school districts saying, we're not ready. Well, the world is already ready. It's happening anyway. And I really love the phrase, tomorrow is going to happen regardless. And we can work in the present and do something about the future today. So, what are we going to do in education to make change so that we as educators get in front of generative AI so that we can use it efficiently, proficiently, so it's in our long-term memory, so that when we know that our students are using it, we can support them. And I like to go back to when Google became public in 1994 and 95, the late 1900s, because we had a fear of if we give this to students, they're going to log in and cheat. Well, kids who cheat are going to cheat anyway. So what can we do? What are your thoughts about what can we do differently so that our students, when they get access, have teachers that are fully prepared and know the use cases for generative AI, how they're going to help support themselves, and how they're going to use it as a tool and a strategy, and not where students are using it as a transaction and taking over all of their work. We want students to learn how to learn, and we can use generative AI to do that. If you're not sure and you work in a school district, a school site, you're a teacher, you're a parent, and you just want to have a scope and sequence on what this looks like, I created a 12-month scope and sequence guide for generative AI. And it took me a while. I'm just offering it. It's free. It's a guide. It's a recommendation. It is not something that you should hold to. But what it does have in there is what the Department of Education is saying about generative AI, their scope and sequence, and how that you can work with your community, your teachers, your support staff, your cabinet, your board, and yes, getting some advice from lawyers so that you make sure that your student data is safe. And you can grab it in the description. This 12-month guide is a recommendation scope and sequence. When I show you this guide, you're going to be able to see how you can get started talking with teachers, support staff, your leadership in your school district, so that you can get in front of it and you aren't left behind. This is the 12-month guide. It's just a recommendation. It'll get conversations going in your school district. You're welcome to download it. It's a free complimentary gift for you. And all you have to do is click on the link just to get that download. And what I wanted to show you is that it also gives you the future of AI in education, the core message. This comes directly from the Department of Education, and those links are there for you too. And then you have the project monthly timeline. Now, again, recommendation, but when you are starting with a new concept in a district, it takes time. It is not going to happen overnight, but I do recommend this. Let me know if you have questions, put them in the comments. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and turn on the bell. Come back often and let me know what you're doing with generative AI.